So in terms of the levels of engagement and viewership on Twitch, what have you seen as we have seen so much of the economy shut in and people shelter in place?
Yeah, so we are seeing an unprecedented surge in both our audience and hours watched and the number of new creators that are coming to stream on Twitch. And Twitch is a live streaming service that has its heritage in gaming, and it seems improbable to some people that a service founded in gaming would be as large as Twitch is. But gaming is a global industry. It's about a $139 billion industry in 2019. That compares to music, which was about $102 billion. And in the United States, over 79% of people over the age of 13 identify themselves as gamers and game about an hour a day. And so that heritage and foundation in gaming has really set Twitch up in a situation where we have this rich community who are interacting online. And we're seeing in a time of social distancing that more and more communities are looking for that kind of connection.
So the surge you've seen in demand, how much of that do you think is just a pull forward or temporary with things like sports not available for live programming on TV right now? Or do you see it as more of a cultural and social turning point with gaming now becoming more of a mainstream entertainment piece of the puzzle?
So there is absolutely a surge that's associated with the current need to social distance. So for some context, we broadcast about 10 billion hours watched in 2019. Currently, we are seeing about 50% month-on-month growth in terms of our hours watched. However, what we know is that when communities form on Twitch, there are bonds that are established between the content creator and their audience. And people become familiar with that entertainment form. And we see over time that those bonds deepen and get enriched, and that people watch for longer and longer. And so we have a very highly engaged audience, can be up to an hour and a half a day on average. And our expectation is that there will be some softening when social distancing ends. I mean, that is a good thing for the world. I think people would like to be in a place where real interaction can occur again in communities. But we also believe that the bonds we are seeing established now have a strong likelihood of sustaining after that occurs.
Sara, tell us about the operations of the company right now. Are you hiring particularly for those people who are keeping the network up and running? Is the cloud behaving as it should in handling the kind of stress that this brings outside of the usual holiday season period where you might expect to see huge amounts of gaming?
We are very fortunate in that Twitch is a decade-old company, and a lot of the foundation that they built, even in their Just-in TV days prior to converting to Twitch, was the core of our video transmission technology, which scales very effectively. So we serve one of the most latency-sensitive audiences on Earth, which is gamers, as our core audience. And so we have been investing in techniques to ensure that they have a low latency experience for years. We are seeing that scale very effectively. Our infrastructure sits on AWS, and so we are able to scale up and down as we see the audience grow.
And the workforce, what is the status of that? Are you are they working longer hours? Are you hiring people to handle the surge?
So we continue to grow. We are hiring. We're doing that in a way that ensures we are growing in areas that will be sustained over time. So our partnerships team, who are seeing an enormous influx of people to broadcast on Twitch, and in particular, new groups that have not previously experienced Twitch with the intimacy of our gaming community. So we have an incredible surge from the music industry right now, and we're building out our music team to help the musicians who are unable to tour currently because live gigs are not viable, to come and broadcast on Twitch and build their fan base on Twitch. We've done deals with companies like SoundCloud and Bands in Town to help that onboarding, but we absolutely expect to continue to invest sensibly around the areas that we see growing and that we believe have real opportunity for Twitch over the longer term.
Yeah, of course, Twitch is owned by Amazon, but through the other biggest tech companies in the world, Microsoft, Facebook, and Google, have also been trying to raise the profile around their own online gaming platforms. How competitive has the landscape become, especially given the fact that viewership engagement is up and you do have more and more high-profile people like, for example, pro athletes that are tuning in on a daily basis?
So Twitch is relentlessly focused on super serving our core community, and we've invested in technology and services over time that makes us the best place to build an interactive shared video experience. I think it is a testament to the opportunity that Twitch identified and has spent a decade investing in, that we see some of these other companies begin to enter our space. I think it's good for the industry as a whole, and we feel very confident that we are well positioned to continue to grow in this time.